The system I'm going to describe to you today is sign language. I personally am a fan of sign language because it's the most easiest form to teach our clients at our center, as well as it's very versatile and it's very mobile, meaning it can be used anywhere. The only pitfall of sign language is not everyone uses sign language in the natural environment. However, sign language is becoming more prevalent in our society that more and more people are becoming educated with it and becoming more familiar with signs that it makes it easier for our nonverbal clients to communicate their needs and wants when they're in their natural environment. After all, one of our biggest goals is to hopefully streamline these clients into a more natural environment with less restrictions so that they can navigate their environments more independently without the need of a therapeutic setting such as an ABA center. Sign language can be as simple as one word commands such as candy, or we can shape them up to full sentence commands such as I want candy. Typically, when we teach sign language to our clients, we're going to use only one word commands such as candy, chips, or eat. Like I mentioned earlier, sign language is very versatile, meaning we can manipulate it to our advantage and to the client's advantage given their skills. For example, eat is typically signed with all fingers pointing to their mouth as if they're holding something and eating. If the client is unable to use all their fingers, we may just use the pointer finger and teach them to point to their mouth for eat. Given time, once this becomes more independent, we can shape it up to 2 fingers, 3, then 4, in order to teach them the full sign for eat. That way it makes it easier for novel people to understand what they're demanding for versus as them just pointing to their mouth, because this can mean anything, whereas as their therapist, we know that this means they want eat. Like I've mentioned, sign language is only used with your hands. This is a great system to use because your hands are with you on the go. You don't need anything else but your hands to communicate what you need. Therefore, this is the most preferred system we use at our center, so the client doesn't require any extra materials or things to carry around with them. In my research, I did a review on speech-generated devices, which is awesome. It's great. Teaches the client to point to what they want, and they touch the screen on an iPad, and the iPad vocalizes what they touch so the person knows what they want. PECS, Picture Exchange Communication System, requires a board with pictures, and the client communicates their needs and wants by taking the picture off and handing it to the person that can deliver that need or want. Both are great tools, however, they do require extra supplies and time to create them, as well as financials, such as the iPad using speech-generated devices. For example, there's an app called LAMP that costs well over $100 to download on your iPad. Not everyone has that financial luxury, so using sign language, free, cheap, and easy, and you only need your hands. Typically, anybody can be taught sign language no matter where their gross motor or fine motor skills are at. I said that sign language is very versatile, so I used the example earlier. Instead of using all 4 fingers to sign eat, they can use 1 finger to point to their mouth to eat. Once they become consistent and independent with it, we can shape it up to more fingers until they got the full sign for eat. Same thing for chip. We typically sign chip at our center as 2 fingers on top of 2 fingers to the mouth. If they can't pull their fingers to their mouth, we may just have them tap their fingers and then tap it once, tap up and go up. Any way that makes it easier for the client to communicate their needs and wants. And also allows us to easily prompt them using partial physical and full physical prompts, maybe even gestures or model prompts to teach them these signs. That way we can fade out to having no prompts at all and increasing their independence. The benefit of this is been mentioned throughout this video. It can be used anywhere and can be taken on the go only using your hands, and that is why I find sign language to be of most benefit to teaching our nonverbal clients.